strength is in you, whose heart is set on pilgrimage. I believe there is a pilgrim in each of us that is just longing to go on a journey. Arguably, the greatest challenge facing us is to discover this identity, embrace it, and unleash it with glorious celebration. Helen Keller once said, "Life is a daring adventure, or it's nothing at all." We are part of an ancient tradition of people who believed that Jesus of Nazareth was infinitely more than a renegade rabbi from the backside of nowhere. And we believe in the depths of our souls that following Jesus is the daring adventure that makes up the pilgrimage of our lives. For we are pilgrims, wandering on our way home. You were created for such an endeavor. And to deprive your life of this sense of pilgrimage is to miss out on so much of life's purpose. I would go so far as to say that if you were to pause in the chaos of your present life, take a deep breath, read the Bible a bit, you would discover a pilgrim you are and a pilgrim you were meant to be. In this book, we're going to let one of the most respected pilgrims and the thoughts that he wrote down speak life into our own journeys. But before we dive in, let's elaborate a bit more on this word. The dictionary defines pilgrim as a person who journeys, especially a long distance, to some sacred place as an act of religious devotion. A traveler or wanderer, especially in a foreign place. While the definition is adequate, it is lacking for those who are on a journey, a pilgrimage of following Jesus. Possibly my favorite scripture that describes who we are as pilgrims comes from Hebrews chapter 11, verses 13 through 16. Before seeing those verses, we should know that the writer of Hebrews has spent the better part of the chapter describing and outlining Old Testament pilgrims who lived by faith and therefore were able to accomplish amazing things for God. The following verses are a description of those who believe in and greatly trust God with their lives. It reads, "Each one of these people of faith died, not yet having in hand what was promised, but still believing." How did they do it? They saw it way off in the distance, waved their greeting, and accepted the fact that they were transients in this world. People who live this way make it plain that they are looking for their true home. And if they were homesick for the old country, they would have gone back any time they wanted. But they were after a far better country than that. Heaven country. You can see why God is so proud of them and has a city waiting for them. Hebrews chapter 11, verses 13 through 16. The King James Version, in verse 13, called these people of faith strangers and pilgrims on earth. So much can be gained from this one text when defining a pilgrim, but hopefully one truth is overwhelmingly clear. People who place their faith in Jesus are pilgrims, journeying through this world toward their heavenly home. Let's break down this definition into 4 bite-sized pieces. Number 1, a pilgrim is consumed with the understanding that his or her life is all about a journey or a pilgrimage. If pilgrim is our identity, then it is safe to say that we were created for this journey. We are transients in the world, or rather, temporary residents on earth. It is a sobering thought to ponder that everything about my life takes place within the context of this identity. In short, nothing in my life can or should be divorced from my view of Jesus, who has given me this identity. If pilgrim is who I am, then how I journey determines how I live. Number 2, a pilgrim is willing to exhaust his or her resources to journey well. If we have established that our identity is that of a pilgrim, and all of our life happens within the context of a pilgrimage, then it makes sense to steward our resources with the journey and destination in mind. Jesus taught, "But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor..."